on the Whitby Town YouTube channel by the goalkeeping coach Daniel Dixon. How are you doing, Dicko?
Alright mate, yeah, you?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. And we're just looking ahead to the North Riding Senior Cup game, first of all, against Middlesbrough. That's been moved to Thursday night. How do you rate the run so far?
It's been a good competition. I think when we entered it at the start of the season, it was intended to be maybe a bit of a distraction from the league, somewhere to get a bit of confidence behind the lads. But the way the season's panned out, we've obviously been doing very well in the league, so it's a nice break from the league fixtures, where there's maybe a bit more pressure. You take a bit of pressure off for the lads and just enjoy the football, especially playing against local teams, against lads that we maybe know, and then obviously a good tie in the semi-final against Borough.
Yeah, we'll just look at the Gisborough Town game first, Dicko. It was a hell of a win, that 5-0 win for Whitby and a Dale Hobson hat-trick. It was a good way to get things started. Absolutely,
yeah. I mean, I think on the night it showed the difference in the squads in terms of Dale's quality. He was absolutely frightening. Kyle made his debut, scored a good goal. It was a good performance on the night against, unfortunately, a struggling Gisborough side this year. But yeah, it was, like I say, it's a nice distraction from the league.
And it was a good point for players such as your fringe players. You mentioned Kyle Fry to prove a point to Chris Hardy.
Absolutely, I didn't get an appearance in myself. A bit disappointed, no, I wasn't really. But yeah, I mean, Kyle coming in, that was one of his first games. Bully got a run out, obviously he's been coming back from injury this year. So it's them type of games that you can give lads who haven't got maybe as many minutes in the league games as they would have liked. Minutes in the legs, bit of fitness, bit of match sharpness.
And then the next round was York City, the quarter-final. That was a hell of a performance and a hell of a win.
Yeah, I mean, I think it shocked a few people, but it certainly didn't shock the lads. We knew there'd been a mixed squad of experienced players, but also young players as well. And I don't think there was... I think we showed on the night that between the two levels that there isn't a massive gulf in class. I certainly think we put in a performance to be proud of, but it wasn't anything sort of over and above what we'd expected to do. York had some good players on the pitch, but I think it was a bit of a wake-up call for them in terms of how we set our stall out and the football we played in the night.
Absolutely, and then we move on to the Middlesbrough game. It's a team that we're familiar with.
Yeah. 2
games over this season. How do you rate Whitby's chances?
I think we've got good chances, mate. I think with the North Riding Cup, I don't think it's a priority for Middlesbrough. I think it's a game that might be a mixture of the younger squads, not just the under-23s. I think they've got some other commitments and stuff at the moment. So it's an opportunity for us again to perform against what are professional players, but at the same time I think it's very much a winnable game for us.
And we'll move on to Shane Bland, obviously having a very good season for Whitby. How have you rated his progression this year?
I mean, not just this season, but going back to when we come in about 18 months ago, Blandy has been absolutely top draw. His consistency levels, I think the main thing as a goalkeeper that you've got to try and find is a consistency in your performance. The last line of defence, obviously goalkeeper makes a mistake, it's visible to everyone. I can count on a couple of fingers the mistakes that Blandy's made, but there's countless points that he's won for us over the last 18 months. Blandy's a top class goalkeeper and he could go far in the game. He's in good shape, he trains well, his attitude's spot on. He's mad as a box of frogs, but Blandy's top draw.
And how important is he to Chris Hardy in the sort of playing style that he wants to adopt?
Well, massively. You see how we play, we're setting up, playing up from the back. Blandy, I think, with a little bit more fitness in him, he could play holding midfield for us. He distributes the ball that well. I've not worked with a goalkeeper who's better with his feet, distributing the ball. Even out with his hands, he's pinging half volleys left and right, the full backs. But then if teams do put the pressure on, he can go long as well. He's got the full range of passing with his feet.
And what sort of things have you been working on with Blandy recently?
Recently, it's been more management, and that goes across the squad. I think we've done a lot of fitness work this season, certainly over pre-season and into the early stages of the season. And I think that's shown on the pitch. But you get stages in the season where you need to sort of rein back on the training a little bit, maybe just keep lads ticking over small-sided games. So we've not been working on anything specifically with Blandy, just maintenance. Lads get a little bit fatigued this time of the season. If you overwork people, they can get injuries creeping in, and with busy fixture schedule coming up, it's been more sort of maintenance and just taking it, ticking over and training.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Dicko.
Alright mate, cheers.